Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I'm not sure when this review will be posted because I have a lot of stuff on my plate. In fact, when I'm recording this, I am the Resident Evil playthroughs to upload. I have the Nightmare on Elm Street films, talking about them to upload. So you may have already seen all those already, so as you can see, I have quite a bit on my plate. But after all that, I think we'll post this review of Avatar. Now, Avatar, of course, I don't even need to explain what Avatar is, considering either everybody out there listening has seen it, you definitely have heard it, because it has become the biggest film of all time, nominated for Best Picture, just a massive, massive phenomenon. And Avatar is a film, of course, that you have Sam Worthington as a soldier who, his brother was picked for this mission, but his brother was killed. And once again, this Sam Worthington soldier who has no legs, or no use of his legs, I should say, is sort of drafted into this project headed by Sigourney Weaver. Basically, they go to this planet called Pandora, where this military force wants this gem, this sort of very lucrative item called unobtainium. And just hold on. Sorry. Unobtainium. Sorry. Can't deal with it. But anyway, unobtainium. And the way to do it is that Sigourney Weaver and company are going to try to talk to the indigenous life in there called the Na'vi. They're blue, big eyes, sort of like basically like Native Americans, you know. I'll get to that in a minute too. But basically they have made these sort of little clones called avatars, in which the human's mind will be transplanted to this body, lifeless body, that they had created in the lab, and thus Sam Worthington is put into a body avatar, and his job is, he gets lost from the group, he meets up with the Na'vi, and they sort of bring him in, and now it's his job to either to both talk to the head general guy, played by Stephen Lane, to give him info on the Na'vi, as well as Sigourney Weaver and his research, as well as sort of diplomatic solution. Because they want the natives off the land to get the rare mineral, lucrative mineral, and of course the scientists respect them and want things done in a safe way. And of course Sam Worthington falls in love with one of the natives, and well, you can pretty much guess what's going to happen. He's going to turn tail, and he's going to say this is wrong, he's going to kick some ass, and yada yada yada. You already know where the plot's going, and da da da. Basically, if you took Ferngully and Dancing with Wolves, and they had a baby with Star Wars, and you put them all in a blender, you get Avatar. Now, I seem very, not angry, but very dismissive of the movie. It's very easy to do when a film has been hailed so much, has been loved so much, has huge box office numbers, has everything going for it, and this film deserves to be dropped a peg or two, or in fact, a 10-foot hole. Now, I'm not going to say it's a piece of shit. I can't do that. With the special effects, the technical, it's well done technically. It's a big world, the Na'vi, you know, it's done well in a technological way. It's just that, to me, that is all there is to the fucking movie. Sorry about that, folks. That's all there is to the fucking movie. I watched the movie, all 2 hours and 40 minutes of it, I got done, and all I said was, that's it. That's it? That's it. That's where all this hype of like a fucking decade, James Cameron, this is it. Now, of course, some people will be angry and go, hey, no need to be angry at me. This is just one little redneck's review. It doesn't matter. Everybody loved the film, or at least appreciates the film. Everybody paid their money for it. It's the biggest film of all time, nominated for Best Picture. There's no reason to be mad. Everybody else loves the movie. I mean, do I hate the movie? No, but I would not buy this. I would not watch it again. Okay, let me get into more points. Some people will say, well, you can't put hype into a movie. If that's the case, then how come there's a certain film that I watched before the hype, that I didn't even know there was hype? I only saw 2 TV spots, maybe a trailer, maybe a little article. I watched, I loved it, still love it to this day, and it's a film called The Blair Witch Project. And the only reason I mention that is that this is a film that was hyped up, that many people saw, many people hate to this day, and a lot of it, not everybody, but a lot of it is due to the hype. Not everybody, they saw it for what it was, and they didn't like it for what it was. But there are a lot of people who saw it because of hype. Hype is a big factor. In fact, the movie behind my head, and if you can't see that, is the CGI Ninja Turtle film, to me was a disappointment because of hype. Now, is it my fault? Yes. Do I have to take some of the blame? Yes. But only for that movie. Only for certain movies. For Avatar, it's hard for me to take too much blame when it's been hailed so much that, like I said before, I'll repeat again, it deserves to be dropped a page or 2 or 10 feet. Now, of course, another one thing people say was, you were supposed to see this in the theater. You were supposed to see this in 3D. No. That is not acceptable. That is not right. That is, may I say, bullshit. Why? Because if a film is good, you should be able to watch it anywhere, any way, any form. I have seen films in grainy quality on my fucking computer, and I have liked because of the film. I've seen many films, big films, on my TV that is not digital, is nothing, no flash, is big old-fashioned TV, and I have enjoyed movies. Now, granted, maybe seeing it in the theater helps like the movie. There have been times where I've seen a movie in the theater that the experience is good. But just because there's two differences between the experience of the movie and the movie. Believe it or not, the Friday the 13th remake. The experience of watching the movie was great. People were howling, yelling, screaming, laughing. It's like if you had a test screening on the movie and it was this audience, man, the producers and filmmakers would have been, lighting up Cuban cigars and be like, yay, let's party. Seeing the film, it's an okay movie, but it's not a great movie. It's not one I rewatch again, but it's okay. But that's the thing. You have to separate the experience with the movie. Now people go, well, that's the whole point, is to have fun, to experience. But in my opinion, I had a problem with this film. And let me finish my point. The thing is, okay, you have a good experience, but if you can't feel that experience at home, then something is wrong with the movie. Now, I know some people mentioned, I know even Michael Keaton, when he did his review, I'm not sure if it was this film or 2012 or another film, in which he mentions, or actually maybe it was just Independence Day. He mentioned Independence Day, and it's like, it's a great movie to experience in the theater, but what about at home? Now, I was lucky enough to see Independence Day in the theater. Loved it. I watched it on DVD. I still love it. I still enjoy it. I still marvel at the special effects. I still like the characters. I still like it. I saw Avatar on the same TV. To me, it's a forgettable movie. You said forgettable? Yes, forgettable. So, the experience of a movie can go a long way, but for me, I've had good experiences with a movie, but for me, when I look at a movie, I go, is the movie good? If the movie is good, then that's why I have a good experience. Actually, no, I'm contradicting myself because of Friday the 13th, but that's my point. Okay, the experience is good, but I don't think it's a good movie. So, just because you have a good experience doesn't mean it's a great movie. And I just contradicted myself, and anything I say from now on is void, and just void it into a fax machine and send it to the James Cameron. Go, look at this dumbass. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But okay, I looked through each section, right? Other than special effects, okay, good points, special effects, and to me that's it. And I know I mentioned Ferngully, Dance Willis, and people go, no, it's not. Even if this is part 2 of the review, part 3 review, maybe in part 1, people go, what the hell? Why do you bring up those 2 movies? It's not. But think of it this way: you take Ferngully, rainforest type of location, human coming in to this environment, and them telling you can't do this, you can't bulldoze our land, which is what the military wants to do here. You can't bulldoze our land, it's special, there's life to it, there's something special, you can't do it. That's Ferngully, folks.